Welcome back. Hopefully my audio is wonderful. I have no clue. We'll see. So in the exit ticket today, you did number 1 on your worksheet, which in the problem, you're given some conversion factors, right? 3 apples equals 5 bananas, 6 cookies equals 7 apples, 2 donuts equals 1 banana. Actually, I would refer to these as unit equations, and then we want to make sure that you're going to put them into unit factor form, which is that fraction that I was talking about earlier. And in our steps, if I want to put this in like number 1, what am I given? Okay. In this case, I am given that I have 20 cookies. That is what I know, okay? Number 2, this is my unknown. I'm asked how many donuts. I don't know how many donuts 20 cookies would be equal to. And I honestly, I don't know if they're talking about mass or if they're talking about calories. Who knows? Doesn't matter. But these are those equivalencies, and I think they're just totally made up. Okay, number 3, we are going to define these unit factors. Remember that? Okay, so the unit factors for this, and I'm not expecting all of this writing for you. I just really want to give you a structure for solving. The unit factors that I'm going to need to deal with are 6 cookies, and I saw a lot of you in your work, you abbreviated that down to C, which is reasonable. Who wants to write all of those words out, right? So 6 cookies and 7 apples. And remember, the reciprocal of that may also be used. And that right there is something that hung some of you up. You went with this one right here when you should have gone with that one. And I'll go over that in solving the problem. So which one is it? Is it going to be this one or that one? We'll go over kind of how to approach that. But those are your unit factors. 3 apples to 5 bananas, 2 donuts to 1 banana. So these are the available unit factors. This would be like writing down my formula. These are the things that I'm going to need, right? But in conversions, we're going to really focus on writing down those unit factors. Okay, so the next step, after we've established the unit factors, we know what we're looking for, we know what we're given, you need to do your setup. And I know I kind of gave you this example, like you're going to have this looking setup, right? And then equals, okay? So I'm going to start with what I'm given. What is it that I know? What has been defined in the problem? 20 cookies. I got to take 20 cookies, which is a value that's measured, and I need to convert that to donuts because donuts are better than cookies. That's a lot. If cookies are in the numerator, which just kind of like to define this, that any number divided by 1 is equal to that number itself. So it's a given that this, if written as a fraction, is going to be 20 cookies over 1. I don't need to write it that way. But what I want you to see is that cookies is in the numerator. So if cookies is in the numerator, and I want to cancel out cookies, that means I must drop cookies into the denominator. And at that point, many of you used this unit factor when you should have used this unit factor, because cookies is in the denominator. Okay, now apples, denominator, apples in the numerator now. So where do apples need to go in order to move from apples? I need to put them in the denominator. Alrighty, so here's my next unit factor, but I need to find the reciprocal of this one, which is easy. I mean, I'll just flip them over, right? So apples on the bottom, bananas on the top. I think I was talking about this right here, but I had to pause it to take a phone call. Sorry about that. I am now going to take this from bananas, which is this unit factor here, to donuts. Look, bananas is already in the denominator, so I do not have to change anything. I've got 1 banana per 2 donuts. Okay, now here's the cool thing about this. What I can do, these are not unknowns, but they actually function in a similar way. The way that a unit works, this is 20 times that unit, right? And 7 times that unit. But we don't have a numerical value for the unit necessarily. We just know it's a defined measurement, a defined unit of cookie, okay? And in science, all of our cookies will be exactly the same mass, the same density, the same ingredients, because our units are consistent. So a cookie would have to be a very set, defined value. So when we're going from cookies, if cookies is in the numerator here and in the denominator there, we can get rid of those cookies, and then apples, and then bananas, right? I've started with what I know, and I have changed out using the tools that I've been given as these unit factors to find donuts, okay? So when I do these computations, 20 times 7, 140 times 10, 1,400. Getting another phone call. So 1,400. The leftover unit here is donuts. The donuts is in the numerator. That would be divided by 18, because 6 times 3. And calculating. That you would have 77 point, let's go to 2 places, 78 donuts for 20 cookies. And that is your answer. Okay, that's your setup. I'll do one more little video with just kind of a little setup piece. See ya.